Right. Hello, everyone. I hope that y'all are doing well, okay? Yes, this is Mystic Storm here, and I wanted to come on here to talk about the Libra full moon. We're going to pull the astrology chart. We're going to do some readings. It's going to be awesome, okay? And then right after this, I'm going to book it to the PSV store here in the Nashville area. I will be there, so if you would like to do readings, I will do astrology readings. I wasn't going to say astrology, but in my mind I kept thinking about doing astrology. I could probably pull up a chart on my phone and we can discuss. Yeah. And then tarot and oracle, most definitely. I will be there. So make sure you come and check me out there today, okay? And I just wanted to say, as a spiritual advisor, I'm here to help people like you find the clarity, inspiration, and empowerment they need to transform their lives. And I use divination, astrology, energy healing, and more, okay? And my website, msbotanica.com, is the central hub where you can book readings and sessions, as well as browse my shop for any herb infused and Reiki infused products. I got a new phone and it's like telling me all this stuff. Okay, I'm trying to next. Done. There we go. Good. Cool. So yeah, let's clear the path to a new life together, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm gonna say msbotanica.com, that's my website, but my YouTube channel is Mystic Storm Spirituality, and then you can follow me on any social media handle. It's Mystic Storm 333. No, it's straight up Mystic Storm 333. So that goes for Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, but it might be Mystic Storm Spirituality. Instagram, like here, Twitter, and TikTok, okay? Anything else is not my account. I do have someone on TikTok impersonating me. It was like Mystic Storm .333. So just be mindful, okay, of that. I was like, oh, goodness, well, I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, y'all can impersonate me all you want, just as long as y'all are in the know, okay? So we're going to look at the astrology chart for the Libra full moon. So I'm so excited to dive into this with you all. And I have the chart pulled up. I have a plethora of decks here. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but and then again, I'm packing up to go to the PSV store. Side note, do y'all like my setup? You like the lights? All of the lights. Turn up the lights in here, baby. I ain't gonna start because you know how they gonna flag. But yes, I just feel like this is what I wanted, like a little something back here. And I'm just like in my all black, I just feel like in my element, just me. So we're gonna dive in. All right, we got the chart pulled up. We have, of course, we have the Libra full moon. We're gonna start there, okay? So when we have a full moon, that means the sun is in opposition, is opposite of the moon. That's because the sun reflects on the moon, right? So that way we can see it. It's illuminated. It's like, haha. All right. And the moon is sitting in the third house. That is Gemini energy. So that's all about the mind, and also Mercury type energy, all about the mind, thinking, communication, and all that. So that is what's going to be shown upon us this time right now. And it's about communicating, especially when it comes to what in Libra, relationships. Okay, so you might have tough situations, tough talks you need to do with within relationships. And when we say relationships, it's not just romantic. Okay, it's not, even though when we think about relationships, we automatically think about, you know, a romantic partner, but relationships can be with other people, like your family, your friends, your business, co-workers, partners, things like that. But it can also be your relationship to animals, to places, to material things. So make sure you think about that. What is your thought process when you're approaching this such relationship? Okay, so this will help bring you more wisdom and guidance in that, because the sun is sitting, of course, in Aries. We are in Aries season. Shout out to all my Aries. Happy birthday. Solar return, turn up, okay? And it's in the 9th house. So it's all about travel. It's about higher education and wisdom. So when you think about that, we're going to talk about like the wisdom side. You're going to get more clarity as far as what moves you need to make in order to make this a more harmonious space for you to thrive. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on, and it also has to do with you. Our relationships thrive and are harmonious starting with us. Okay, we can't expect the other person to fully understand unless we are effectively communicating and know how we really feel. You know, instead of projecting and placing the blame on someone, you need to go within and like, why am I feeling this way? Instead of saying, this person is making me do this, it's, I feel insecure, and that's why I feel like I have to constantly check up on you. I'm just putting that as an example. Okay, so communication is key. You might see that things may open up in your communication within your relationships, because the moon here in the 3rd house in Libra is trine with Mars and Saturn. Okay, in the 7th house. In the 7th house is the Libra house. It's all about the relationships, the contracts, and all that stuff. You even might get a more heightened passion, okay, to where, and this is in the sign, hold on, Saturn is in Aquarius, but Mars is in Pisces, okay? Let's keep that in mind. So with Mars being in Pisces, I'm getting like fire and ice, but you know, it's fire and water. But it's just that cool combination that brings harmony right within the relationship. You might speak up and say what you desire, your fantasies and all that stuff. Or you might speak up and say, hey, these are my dreams, these are my aspirations, let's heal on this, let's grow on this. It can be definitely very hot and steamy, or very cool, calm and collective, and flowing like a peaceful river. It all depends on the situation and the mix that you all have, okay, within relationships, romantic, family, partnerships, business, all that, okay? Food, alcohol, any relationship that you have. It could be you might, if we talk about things as far as addictions, this may be a time where you really understand that, hey, I probably need to seek some other help, some other guidance on how I can manage this, okay? And that brings me to talk about the sun and the moon. That, you know, they are in opposition, but they are also squaring. They're squaring Pluto, that's in the 6th house, and in Capricorn. So the 6th house is all about health, fitness, okay, systems, analytical. It's like Virgo energy, right? But it's sitting, Capricorn is passing through that house right now. So we have these goals, and of course, Pluto is like Scorpio energy, so it's a lot of transformation, death, rebirth, okay? And speaking of death, rebirth, you know, we are in the new astrological new year. We had our first new moon in Aries. This is the first full moon of the astrological new year. And you know, when we have the astrological new year with the first full moon comes up, then comes what? Easter. So if you are celebrating Easter, happy Easter, okay? And make sure that you can utilize the tools from Easter and the tools from the Libra full moon in order to get a whole scope of the energy right now, okay? So keep that in mind. So with this rebirth that we're experiencing right now, this death, right? We're wanting to change our systems, our mind, right? In order to build better habits, better goals as far as health and fitness. And it can also be within trying to learn more knowledge in a certain field, because we're talking about the sun here in the 9th house in Aries. We're wanting to level up. We're wanting to better ourselves. We're wanting to gain more knowledge, right? But there is some tension there, okay? So it might just be you, as in us, okay? Because we want to transform, we want to evolve, we want to do all these things, but guess what? We have the habits that we have going on, and then we also have our thoughts, our inner critic. So this could be a good time to evaluate how you speak to yourself internally, to really work through and process why are you setting yourself back on some of these goals. So when we're talking about the inner critic and talking about the inner self, a lot of times we're talking about ding, 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 the shadow. The shadow. And I'm like, now I understand why I feel very like just rich and warm and just kind of, I'm in my all black, and I kind of debated to wear black lipstick today, but I'm like, no, be you, Aries energy. Okay, and I'm glad I did. I feel real spicy, real just authentic in me. Okay, so, and you know, we have different levels to us, and I know that we talk about the shadow, we talk about the inner child, we talk about the higher self, right? So think about, those are 3 aspects within us. Or you're talking about the mind, body, soul. And you know, you can also tap into emotions in there, because the emotions is a separate energetic body than just the mental. So it's just, you can dissect it however you want, but making sure that you are bringing a sense of awareness to your internal world. That's the underworld. Your internal world is the underworld, because in there, that's the depth within you. Okay, and you have to really figure out what you want to do and how you want to show up, and be secure within yourself to not give a zippity doodah of how anybody else feels. Okay, that brings me to the Chiron here. Chiron is in Aries at this time. That is the wounded healer. So we're having this push and pull with, you know, should we be ourselves, or should we just stay back? No, shine your light in all spaces. Okay, shine your light in all spaces. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different journey. That's okay. But you're going to respect me. You're going to put some respect on my name. That's pretty much what Aries is bringing. Like, no, I'm not going to back down for nothing. I'm not going to do that to please you after I done pleased everybody for years and years. No, it's time for me. It's time. Okay? So make sure that you're being true to yourself. Okay? Being true to yourself. And hey, again, it's different aspects. So it's different moods with the seasons and how the moon is going. So just go with the flow. Okay? So, yes. That brings, let me see, I'm looking at the aspects here. We talked about the square. We talked about the trine here with the moon, with Saturn and Mars. And I will say with Saturn here, we're also going to get tests, right? We really want to know, hey, is this really what you want to do? Just making sure you're aware again. And then we have Uranus in the sign of Taurus, and it's also aligning with the midhaven here. And then we have Mercury also in Taurus. And I believe it's, okay, that's also, no, that's, okay, got it. And then those are sextile with Venus in Pisces, right? And that's in the 7th house. So we have, yeah, the 9th house. These are 9th house. Yeah, 9th house and then 7th house. So again, it's heavy on the relationship side with this energy. And oh, I forgot to mention that Libra governs the following organs: kidneys, urinary bladder, veins, skin, and I can't ureter. I can't pronounce that, but it's giving me a lot of sacral and solar plexus energy. Sacral and solar plexus energy at this time. So with that, is the sacral is, you know, below your navel. It can be your womb space. It can be your genitals and all that stuff. So that's all about creation, right? So in this aspect, and that also reminds me with Venus. Venus is very sacral chakra energy. So with this, what you're creating here, I think what is really stopping you is you might have had creative blocks before, but it's saying that it's starting to open up. So be open, okay, with your mind, and to be creative, to find innovative ways in order for you to create and be in your full authentic self. This is very much giving me the passion inside of you. You might get waking up to what you really want to do as far as creating, right, and really bringing that forth. That can, if you bring that forth, I'm also getting a lot of Jupiter vibes from this, because you can really make it to get into your advantage. You might, if you work on this could possibly be something that you would turn into a career, of course, but again, it takes time. Taurus is the is earth energy. It's the slowest moving energy. So make sure that you're taking time with this to develop, okay? But with Venus here in Pisces, that can help you really dive deep into really figuring out what it is that you love, what it is that you want to do, tapping in, and you may have to do some rewiring in the subconscious in order for you to actually move with that motivation. You know, a lot of times we can feel stuck with the inner critic and anxiety, and we're scared about what, how people are going to perceive us, Chiron in Aries. But you have to make sure that you are secure within yourself and ride on that anyway, because you're living for you, not for anyone else. Okay. And then the last couple of aspects I'll talk about is the sun. The sun is sextile with Mars and also with Saturn. So again, with this tug and pull that we're getting, if you let your light shine, then I think everything will just flow. Everything will flow. You'll get creative ideas. You'll go with it. You'll act on it. This is the season to act on it, in Aries season or in springtime. It's time to put action to it, because we have to prepare for what? The harvest. Okay, this isn't time to reap yet, but we preparing for the harvest. Okay, and then this can also help us with the discipline. As long as you put your mind to the test and put your heart into it, then you'll be able to clear up any obstacles or blockages that you have in trying to transform your life. And then also, transformation isn't perfect. Okay, transformation isn't perfect, and I know that's hard, because we think like, hey, if we mess up here, then that's it, it's over. No, just keep going. If this is what you really want to do, do it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. If you want to do it, do it. And you know, keep finding ways to be motivated, to work on reprogramming your mind, to heal your inner child, to work with your shadow, to work with your higher self, to get on board, have your subconscious get on board with your conscious mind. It's a lot. But once you do it, and once you keep actively doing it, watch how your life unfolds. Watch how your life unfolds, okay? And then speaking of the subconscious mind, Priestess Tyra Omalade. Love her. Love her. Love her. She's on YouTube, so make sure you check her out with the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. And she talks about hypnosis. She talks about hypnosis and NLP, and I'm like, yes, that's right up my alley, because like I'm into like the psychological, getting into all that stuff. And I've been working on doing some hypnosis, and it definitely helped. I've seen a difference, but you have to keep doing it to program it, because I kind of went back to the ways, but that's okay. We're going to keep doing it and work on rewiring, because the mind is a beast that we think we know a lot about, but we just scratching the surface. Just scratching the surface. And I will say it's a Netflix series called The Mind Explained. Now that was very enlightening for me. So just know that with this research that they're doing and that they're bringing out, we haven't had that for really long, you know, not long at all. So again, we are just scratching the surface on what the mind can do. So make sure that if you're interested, go ahead and study up on that, and we're gonna, you know, keep rolling. Okay, we're gonna pull some cards. I got a few decks here, but the one that just stuck out to me was the Psychic Tarot, and we're gonna pull and see what messages Spirit has for us. Don't go too long. Like, just don't go too long. I don't know what that means. Alright, you know what that means. Yeah, it's time. Don't go too long. Meaning, if you're drifting off path or drifting off course of what you want, and you feel like, hey, it's time to rest. It's time to rest sometimes, and it's a time to really move forward. So you might be in a state of solitude. Don't go too long. So when you're taking that solitude, don't get comfortable in that solitude. You do need to go and be active. And that goes for, it doesn't have to be physically going somewhere, but it could, but also letting your voice be heard, whether that be through groups, so in social media, comment sections, things like that. Okay. Let's see. And then, so we got two, I think this is Two of Wands here. Okay. These are all coming out in reverse. All right. Okay. No, this is, goodness. I'll pull one more. Okay. So one more. Okay, I keep getting two. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to do, so this is movement, choices, and decisions. This came out in reverse. Then we have rest and rejuvenation. This is Four of Cups. I'm sorry, Four of Swords, and that was in reverse. But we do have the waiting game upright. This is Two of Wands, I believe. And then we have, I'm trying to think, okay, this was Swords. I'm trying to see. No, the blue should be, this is tripping me up. Fulfillment and wishes. This is definitely, I want to say Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. And then this is partnerships and alliances. Partnerships and alliances. Now this gives me Pentacles too. I got confused on what colors mean what suit. Let me see. Okay. Physical. I'm glad they did. Okay. Physical is, so this is the Pentacles. Yeah. Then emotions is the green border, which you would think Pentacles is green, but that's okay. And then, so that is the Cups. So this is Nine of Cups. I knew that I was like, but the water is giving me in my hand. And then mental, indigo border. Yeah. Swords, mental. And then spirit border. Interesting. Which is wands. Fire is wands. Or spirit is fire. Violet border. Okay. So yeah. So we got two of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands upright. Nine of Cups upright, and then Three of Wands upright. Boom. Okay. So with the Two of Pentacles here, yeah, with the choices and decisions, like you're juggling things. So I think right now you're at a halt. You're like, you have a choice to make, but you don't want to make it, so you're being stagnant. It's just like, well, you're kind of trying to be Switzerland. That's not Switzerland. I can't say it. Y'all know what I mean. Being neutral. And Libra's energy is very neutral. That's why I got the gray here. Very neutrality, right? It's giving that balance of the light and the dark. You're just like, well, I'm just going to stay neutral and that's it. But where is this going to lead you? You need to make sure that you've taken the time to gather your thoughts, right? So now it's time to act on it. It's time to act on it. So making sure that when you act on it, that is something that is beneficial to you. You've done the work as far as compiling information, studying up, doing all these things. So the waiting game is also giving me like divine timing. So as long as you continue, this isn't saying just sit here and just wait on spirit, right? This brings me back. I always talk about this one video that I seen about this church mother. She made her like a homemade video, and she sung, "If God can't do it, it won't get done." Or God won't do it. If God won't do it, it won't get done. Did you actually take some action so God can assist you? Or did you just wait there and just expect things to just flow naturally? So with the waiting game here, it's not saying you're sitting and waiting, because person is still walking outside of this. It's just time. It's just time, okay? You still have to put in the work, okay? You still have to This is the prime time to do it, to put in the work so that way you can reap the harvest. Fulfillment of wishes. You would get fulfillment and get an overflow here, 9 of Cups. But guess what? How would you get there? Not sitting on your ass. I'm just going to say, you're going to have to get up sometimes. It's a balance. Now, we talked about, we talk about spring, summer is, the action time, and the fall, winter, action, masculine side, going out there getting it. And then the fall, winter is the feminine side, the very receptive energy. But you have to make sure that within that, that's why the moon is so helpful, because you get that influx of action and receptivity throughout each month. Every around 28 days. You get that influx. So just because last week you were feeling really low in energy and you wanted to take rest and all those things, doesn't mean you have to stay there the whole month. Your energy, especially for women, okay? You need to learn your cycles and know that it's okay for a week or two to just be in receptivity. And then when it's time, as you build up, it's time to go get it. It's time for action, baby. It's time to put in that work and then go back into that receptivity. That influx, that give and take will help you through the process. Okay? And then also with the 3, we got the 3 of Wands here, partnerships and alliances. If that's not saying Libra energy, I don't know what does. This has to do with what? If you want to, just ask somebody. If you need help, ask somebody. I know I am a big advocate of do it yourself. And that's, this is also, telling me, hey, if you need a little extra help, ask somebody. I just haven't gotten there to be like, I don't know what I want to ask somebody to do. But you probably just loosen the grip on some things that you do and let go of maybe control issues. And that can help you get to the fulfillment quicker. Also, if you aren't speaking up, if you are still in hermit mode, I'm surprised hermit mode or hermit card isn't here, then how can you expect to meet like-minded people in order for you to get on your journey? So making sure that you take this all into perspective, okay? So I don't want to pull too many cards from my chair. Because again, I have to go. But I think the astrology cards, astrology forecast that I did definitely gave you a more, like a solid reading into it. It is kind of like piggybacking off of it. So this is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Come on. Yes. Ooh. Power. And it's so crazy because this is how I feel right now in this black. Just powerful. So tapping into your power, tapping into your authenticity. This is also tapping into your divinity. Okay? Knowing that you are divine because you are made from the divine. You are made of the divine. Okay? So tapping into your power and making sure that you are just doing what you can do best. If you had some ascension symptoms, like low in energy, I know I did yesterday, just turn on some music. Tara Omalade, she had a full moon circle on her YouTube channel, and we played music and we danced and we just got the energy flowing. Yeah, it's just a part of energy movement cleansing. Movement cleansing that helps, especially like bringing that fire aspect as well to help get that passion lit up in you, okay? All right. And then we're going to pull, this is the Work Your Light Oracle. It's the Work Your Light. And I might do the Wow Offering, and that will be it. Yeah. Okay. A few came out. Yeah, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? That's a good one. That's a good one. Boundaries. I don't think you can see it all the way with this light. Boundaries. And then the Great Gathering. It is all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul tribe. So again, this is Libra energy here too. It's like, hey, yeah, get up, get out there. Be, you know, or just put yourself out there, and your soul tribe is going to connect with you, right? The boundary may be from people that don't really align with your spirit anymore, and that's okay. And then Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Know that your intuition is guiding you. You have the power inside of you to keep going, okay? And yeah, just know once you do it, you'll align with different people that can help you on your journey, that can support you. And it was so crazy because I was debating on putting a title, You Are Supported, and that was it before I even looked at the chart. And you are supported with the partnerships and alliances. That goes with Libra so well. You are supported in your relationships and with the divine, with spirit, okay? So we're going to close out here with the Wow Offering. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Happy first full moon of the astrological new year. So, Spirit, what is the final message that we need to know right now? Self-love. Self-love. And that's one thing, too, that was ringing in my mind this morning as I was, I got up early, like 5, and I wanted to sleep in. I wanted to sleep in, but I didn't. I got up, I took my spiritual bath, I meditated, I got myself together before I could even set foot on here. Why? Because I have to love on myself, self-love, self-care in order to, you know, be influential in the community. And then also self-love is protection. I've been saying that for a while now. Self-love is protection. Okay, but we're going to read what the card says. It says, show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. We talked about the inner child. Show me how to be kind within the underworld, right? When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. And we talked about that. Once we know, like, within us what's going on, we can then have better communication with other people to establish better relationships. The self-love, that comes first. That's paramount. Period. That's paramount. Okay, so make sure you take this all into consideration. Make sure you love on yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you put yourself out there. Make sure you be authentic and be true to how you're feeling, and just thrive. The harvest is coming, and it looks very fruitful. As long as you put in the work, you got it. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.